You ready to go to work, Daisy? She's like, bro, it's still early. No. All right, so our connecting rod issue, I went ahead, pulled the crankshaft out, and it looks like the other bearing went with the crankshaft. So that's nice. So I'm probably gonna pull these bearings out too, and because I'm gonna have to wash the block, blow the block out, a whole 9 yards, because we have a few good spots that we got to shave off. So I know I said we were getting into CNC work, but you know, this is the actual business that we're getting into, and it's coffee making. We have all the flavors for you guys to choose from. We got real fancy things. I'm not real sure what this one is, but caramel. Wow. In case you like a little caramel or caramel. He's heading over to the coffee bar. Are you gonna tip the barista?
Yeah, tip me. I'll take all the tips I can get.
Well, I tipped Daisy. She is the one that made it for me a couple minutes ago.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now she's trying to leave though. Like, I gotta get out of here.
And I've got Maxwell House coming.
Oh wow.
Not a lot of them, 12 of them.
Well, that'll be exciting. I like Folgers or Maxwell House.
I think Maxwell House. I drank Maxwell House all my life. I think it's great.
I like that old school blend coffee. I don't like all that frizzly caramel mocha. You know.
Yeah.
The stuff. This morning I'm going to be notching these spots for the rods on the block. I did have a electric Dremel, but we upgraded to this bad boy and this bit. We got all kinds of different style metal cutting bits and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna lie, this thing is badass and it is a lifesaver. Yeah, because if I had to Dremel this stuff out normally with, you know, one of them electric Dremels and one of them little small bits like that, it was gonna take me forever. I was probably gonna be here till next month. But this thing is hogging this thing out, which I'm excited to turn around the camera and show you guys. So this is one of the ones that was hitting, and then I cleared that up. I'm going to go back through. It's very roughed in. I'm going to go back through and try and smooth it out with like some sandpaper or something. I guess with the electric Dremel or something like that. But I've got this one notch, got this one notch. I'm going to work on it a little bit more right here. And then right here, I got that one. And then got these guys. And then once all the pan rails are notched, I'm going to take it outside, blow it out, and clean the block, wash the block, stuff like that. It might be a good idea to hot tank it. I don't know. So I got this block pretty much all clearanced out that I could get it. I guess without putting all the stuff back in it and seeing if it works or not. But I got a good portion of it all dremeled out. I'm gonna go ahead. I got it pushed outside. Ooh, look at that. I got it pushed outside, and I'm gonna, well, blow it out and then probably send some water through it, stuff like that, kind of clean it up because, well, it's gonna need a full bath now. We started back from zero. But at least we know, at least we are a little smarter now after we did this. So that air tool and those bits came in clutch. So you got all kinds of metal up in this thing now. Oiled the cylinders, the lifter bores, stuff like that. Blew it out, hosed it down for 45 minutes to an hour, and go over it one last time with a rag down through the cylinders and through here is really what I was worried about, you know, down in this valley, because it's hard to get to that and to clean. But it all looks fairly good in there, like a brand new cam tunnel. But now hopefully we could actually start assembling. Let's flip the block around. Good thing it's aluminum, that way I can do it with one hand. But heck yeah, I got the lifter valley, or the lifter bores all oiled up. Same thing with the, I kind of just put an excess on there that way because, well, been water in there, so. But now we could hopefully assemble.